All right.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Dum Yinzers show. This is Friday. Nice hot week coming to an end. We had some extreme heat this week. How you doing today, Mike?
Oh, tired, exhausted, late to the show. It's a great day. Great day to start the end of the week.
Yeah, by the way, we're going to need a note by your mother and or doctor for being late.
No, how about like the people who can't drive at least the speed limit and have to come to a complete stop before they make a turn? Otherwise, I would have been back in time.
We were excited that the Internet Explorer got hung up, retired because of lagging. Now we have a new lagger, Mike.
The first time I'm late to the show. Who's been late more?
I got it all on record, man. So did you see these clouds last night?
I was out cold by like 8:30, 9 o'clock. I was passed out.
I didn't see them. However, on social media, I seen everybody and their mother decided to
take pictures of the clouds.
Of some clouds. And all of a sudden, everybody in Western Pennsylvania knew that they were called, well, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Mammatus clouds, Mammatus, Mammatus, because people had to specifically put on their picture on the social media that these were the Mammatus clouds. Now, me, at my age, I've known of the Sirius cloud,
cumulonimbus,
and also the cumulus, the Sirius, and the
cumulonimbus,
or whatever it is. None of them was the Mammatus cloud.
Yeah, right.
Now everybody turned into a fucking expert last night. And that was the part that caught my attention. It wasn't these big, puffy, beautiful clouds. Stratus is the other cloud. Sirius, Stratus, and Cumulus. But yeah, all of a sudden, everybody's a fucking genius. Everybody's a scientist. Everybody's saying, look at the beautiful Mammatus clouds. And that's one of the things that pisses me off. And almost like what you were saying earlier in the season about people that just kind of do the happy post to get everybody to like, and these are the same people.
They are too. They'll put like whatever's trending. They'll tweet about it and be all fake to get their fake internet points.
Yeah,
because like when they're not posting all that, they're secretly like depressed and hate life and hate everything, and this is all they have is to get the fake internet points.
I've never heard anybody ever say that word.
No, never.
Mammatus. And here's the thing: with the way these people are, you would think if they knew this term, they would have overused it before to seem smart. So the fact that they're just using it now, once maybe the news probably said it, or they've seen somewhere on the internet that's what it's called. Everybody's a fucking genius now. Everybody's a genius, Mike.
Oh. Well, yeah, you got to have it in there so when the algorithm comes up and people look for it, your tweet with your 5 followers can be the top one. So they got to have it in there, got to hit all the right things to get their get the impressions out there, all that stuff. That's all it is. Not like when I write. Not like when I write, descriptions for the show, I don't use keywords and hot words. Only those people do. I use it for good reasons. They use it for nefarious reasons.
Yeah.
But no, it's like I'm on Twitter right now and just going through certain things. And like you could be on like sports Twitter and it'll be the same phrases about the same players repeated over and over.
Right. It's like we heard that last 10 players say the same fucking thing. Why don't you come up with something on your own and say it?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So
I think the heat's just getting to me. I'm getting angry and crankier.
Yeah, this heat's definitely doing a job on people, man. I can tell you that. I'm ready for the weekend.
Me too. I'm just ready to sit in air conditioning all day long, but I have a feeling someone's going to make me be outside playing all day long. And look who just popped in the frame again. Right on cue.
I do have some good from the internet to talk about. I was telling you a little bit yesterday about our guest next week, possibly Casey from season 1.
Yeah.
She's doing the TikTok videos now. She's doing very well. She's getting great numbers, and she was on our first season. She played a game to win a tattoo, and she won. So I talked to her a little bit more yesterday, and I think she's going to be on next Tuesday.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So make sure you shave and pluck your eyebrows, whatever it is that you do, and we have a guest.
I get all nice and pretty for all the guests.
And remember that showtime is 11 a.m.
11:15. All right, got it.
But that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to talk to her. Like I said, she has a lot. She has a lot going on since the last time that we've seen her. And I'm really excited to get her take on that, because, like I said, she's doing well. I like to click over there every once in a while just to see what she's doing. And like I said, she seems to be doing very, very well. So it's going to be exciting to talk to her.
Yes.
Also, this weekend, Mike, big weekend. We have, of course, Father's Day on Sunday.
Yeah, I which I totally forgot about till like 2 days ago.
Again, late to the show, Mike.
Yeah, I am late to everything now.
And also the Juneteenth. Juneteenth is on Sunday. I do know that the celebrations up in Pittsburgh go all through the weekend, so it's going to be today, tomorrow, and Sunday. If you want to go up down to the city and celebrate Juneteenth, you could do that.
I saw someone write Juneteenth as June 10th. They did not realize it was it was not June 10th. It was Juneteenth. It's an actual thing, people. It made me laugh.
Hey,
the effort was there. They were trying. I give A for effort, man. A for effort.
Less and less is surprising me these days.
You're right.
That's all I got.
I got nothing, dude. I am burnt out. I am exhausted. I am tired. Like, work it's hot, and it's like it's sweating from the minute I walk in till I leave. I'm burning the candle at both ends. I think we should just sit here and let Gaius just yell into the microphone, and we'll be good to go. That would be the episode.
Right.
Like
we could both crack open a beer.
Right? Just why did your eyes perk up when he said beer? Why are you drinking?
Maybe he got some big Father's Day plans.
What? He's gonna leave me at home and go party? Oh, big news last night though. Did you see?
It depends. What was it?
Your Golden State Warriors have once again won the NBA championship.
I did see. We got Curry 4 rings in 8 years. I think what I'm most intrigued with the whole championship win last night, Golden State over the Celtics, 103-90 in a 4-2 win. Of course, what Mike is talking about. What I find most intriguing about the whole thing is Barkley is due to eat horse shit now.
Yes, yeah. I'm waiting for it now.
That's the highlight for me. That's the highlight of the finals for me.
They should do that at the victory parade. Sir Charles would have to come up at the very end when all the guys are drunk and he just has to eat horse food.
Yeah. And I don't know Barkley personally to know if he's going to back out of this or not, but he better not. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you make big statements like that, because when they happen, it's this thing. I want to see him eat horse shit.
Me too. It would be great.
I think anything less than seeing him eat horse shit would be call for his resignation. Well, here's the thing. It sounds funny and weird to hear that, but you know what? You're on TV. You got millions of people. Whether you're saying it for entertainment value or not, you said it. This team won. You got to eat horse shit, bud.
Yep. And they'll probably have it'll be made like the food artist will make fudge that looks like horse poop.
I want the horse to make the fudge.
Me too. I want it straight from the horse's ass.
Yes.
Instead of straight from the horse's mouth. Yeah. They just poop it right into his mouth.
I mean, this is why I watch. This is why, this is why I paid attention. I want to see Barkley eat shit, man.
I think there's a lot of people who'd like to see that. Even people who like him be like, you know what? It's time for Charles to, to shut up and take his medicine.
Yeah. All the shit talking this guy's done in his life and his career. I'm ready to see him bite the bullet here and eat some poop, man.
It'd be great it'd kind of be disgusting though. Because you know what it smells like, and you can only imagine what it tastes like. So you just have like that reaction automatically.
That's why he said it, because it's so fucking nasty and ridiculous. So now that you said it, I want you to be responsible and stick to your word and eat this shit.
No,
because that's why you say it, because it's one of the most nastiest, smelliest things.
Yeah.
You don't just say it to say it. You're talking to millions of people. I expect shit to be eaten. Also, Mike, tomorrow night we have game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Avalanche, of course, is up 1-0 on the Lightning. Game 2 is tomorrow night at 8:00. I think I'm gonna of course I have Colorado in the series. You have the Lightning.
Yep.
I'm gonna stay with my team. I'm gonna say Avalanche win tomorrow. First game was really close. I think this game is gonna be close as well.
Yeah.
3-2. It's going to be a 1-point game one way or the other, but I'm going to stick with my Avalanche to go up 2-0.
See, I'm still sticking with the I think the bright lights. I think Tampa's going to even it up tonight. Once it's going to be a close game again. I said it before the series even started. I think every game's going to be close. You're going to have there'll be that one game that is a blowout. That always seems to happen.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to swing momentum one way or the other. It's just going to be one of those games that happens.
Right.
But I think tonight they win. It's going to be a close one, another close one. Like you said, 3-2, 4-3 in that range. I think game 3 is going to be the one where there's an offensive explosion for one team.
Right. I think Colorado wins tomorrow night. I think game 3, the Lightning go back home and probably have that game that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's just the feel that I get.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like you said, we were saying 1-point game tomorrow, game 3, maybe like a 4-1, 5-1 Tampa Bay win. They're going to come home, they're going to explode. But I think this is going to be a great series. If you like hockey, I think you'll thoroughly enjoy this series.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of players in here that like the casual fan really hasn't heard about. See, it's always like Crosby, Ovechkin, which it should be. They're 2 of the greatest players of all time. Yes, Ovechkin is one of the greatest players of all time. I hate to say it, but he is. He's probably the best goal scorer in league history. What he's doing in this era. But so you have those 2, but then you get like Stamkos. He had like when he first came in, he had like the big to do about him. But then, like, he kind of got, in that shadow of Crosby and Ovechkin and even Malkin. And then Taves and out in Chicago. And then Nathan McKinnon, he had a little to do, but then he's kind of, once again, under the shadow. Cale Makar, the defenseman, he's younger in the league. So there's a lot of star power in this game. If you follow hockey, you know who they are. But if you're just a casual fan, you will discover that, there's more than just like 5 guys in the league to talk about. And there's a lot on this team.
As for the hockey fans, I think that the fans are going to really appreciate the series because, like you said, there's a lot of star power. And you know what? When it comes down to Tampa Bay and Colorado, these are 2 teams that are generally pretty damn good teams.
Yeah.
You have Tampa Bay trying to get that 3rd in a row. So there's a lot in this series if you are a hockey fan to, really appreciate and take in because, again, like I said, there's a lot of different things going on.
Yeah.
I like it. I want to jump right back to basketball for 1 second, Mike. Juan Toscano Anderson. He plays for the Golden State Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
He made headway last night. He became the first Mexican player to win an NBA title. Juan Toscano Anderson became the first Mexican player to win an NBA title. Yes,
that's awesome.
Good for him. Congratulations,
Heck
sir.
Yeah. That's like a country not known for basketball.
Yeah.
You like it.
Good.
No, I was gonna say normally, you think Mexican athletes, you're gonna think like football, soccer.
Right.
And it's because they have a great league down there. They have a damn good national team, and there's a lot of them all spread out through Europe that play. So you would think, yeah, but that's kind of cool. Congratulations, man.
I can recall back in the 90s during the period of time when Michael Jordan retired for that year and a half, they did a special for him, and it was hosted by it was one of these two people. And I remember I think Billy Crystal actually hosted it.
Okay.
But then also Queen Latifah, Paul Rodriguez, and a bunch of other celebrities were on to talk about Michael and this and that.
Yeah.
And I specifically remember now, so this has to be between 94 and 96, the Paul Rodriguez up on the stage actually making a joke about why are there no Mexican guys in the NBA. So you figure this is 25 years ago.
Yeah.
But they did it, man.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of like, when those guys from like when Jimmy Pack.
Yeah.
On the Penguins. Like, who's this guy? Who's Jimmy Pack and Richard Park?
Yeah.
It's not what you expected. And, hey, from that, they have that background, that origin that, that's outside like the normal for the sport. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's always a neat little, like a sub little storyline. I like those things.
That is cool, man.
I like it.
I like it as well.
This guy, he's my new Jimmy Pack and Richard Park. I will remember this guy the rest of my life. Like, I'm sorry. To this day, I still have fond memories of watching Richard Park and Jimmy Pack play just because they were different. It doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean? Because you know what you used to seeing.
Yes.
They're your hero. They're like your little underdog.
No, it's fun. You're right.
It is. I don't want to say like they're a mascot. That would be good. That's borderline. You know what? But no, they're like your little brother, your little cousin, and they're the underdog.
Yeah,
I root for those guys.
How the hell would a little Asian guy be the Penguins mascot, Mike?
Like how people can. You only like them because they're like that. What are they? The mascot? Like, no, they're just that. Yeah, that judgmental look right there.
The Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates got our helmet back here. We're ready for a 7-game homestand. 7-game homestand starts tonight at 7:05 against the Giants. 3-game set against the Giants, and then after we're done with the Giants. We have the Cubs coming to town for 4. So, I can't imagine this is going to be good.
No,
unless we could somehow pull another one of these amazing series like we had down in Los Angeles last couple weeks ago. But you know what? The Giants, the Cubs, I'm pretty sure we're about to get buried.
Oh, it's good. Hey, actually, the Pirates are never going to lose a game again. There's been reports that O'Neal Cruz is actually going to be called up. Baseball Jesus is now back in Pittsburgh. We are just now going to take the league by storm. He's going to solve all of our problems. And yeah, I hope he does. I hope he does well. It looks like he has great talent. But
9 years ago, when the Pirates had that small window of opportunity that they blew, was there anybody on that team that stood out to you that you liked, that you kind of pulled for? I had one person that I specifically really liked on that team, and it was AJ Burnett.
Yeah,
you remember AJ?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
because he was like a real life pirate in real life, like a pirate. Yeah. Is there anybody that stood out for you in that from that team?
Like he did, because he had that attitude of, I've come from winners. I know how to win.
Right.
I'm not happy to be here like everyone else is. He hated to lose.
Yeah.
He hated to lose. Mentality,
I'm going to win whether you guys are with me or not.
Yeah.
He went out there to play to win, to pitch to win. He pitched every game like it was an important game.
Yeah.
And, that went a long way for that team.
Yeah. And he had that, there were reports that he got skipped over a start and he was pissed. And members of the media were trying to make it sound like a bad thing. Like, no, that's a good thing. I want my ace pitcher to be pissed that he's not getting the ball, that he's not going out there to lead the team. He had that, he hated to lose.
Well, it was that last big game that they ever played. I mean, obviously they lost the 2 wild card games, the 2 years after, but that last game in St. Louis where they blew the 2-1 lead, it was supposed to be AJ's turn of the rotation, and what was the coach? Clint Hurdle. Clint Hurdle handed the ball off to Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
And that was, that was controversial, obviously.
Yeah, like, because if it was Garrett Cole of today, it would not be controversial at all.
Right.
Because that dude's pitching lights out as soon as he left Pittsburgh. But at that time, no, you give the ball to AJ Burnett. But Clint Hurdle's also the guy who thought Freddie Sanchez would be a smart move to play.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, AJ Burnett was like he was my guy on that team. I've never been a real big McCutchen fan because he would go stretches where he would just do nothing, didn't do a lot in a big stretch that was impressive, but then he would disappear again, then reappear, disappear, reappear. He was too inconsistent for me.
I watched those games very closely back then. I really got into it. And you know what his success put me in mind of? It put me in mind of Deontay Johnson. Because you didn't really see these numbers as it was playing out. You thought, okay, well, there's McCutchen. He had one hit tonight. The next night, okay, he had a walk, got on base.
Yeah.
But when you collectively looked at his statistics,
they were damn impressive.
He had great numbers. Like he just kind of fell in that category, like Frank Gore in football. You know what I mean? You just don't see them get them done. But at the end of the day, you know.
And like my biggest thing with Cutchin, and it's not him, so it's kind of like unfair that I kind of hold this against him. And I've talked about this before in here. He won the MVP, which is awesome. That's amazing to win a league MVP on the Pirates, but he never won anything in the playoffs, and he would escape criticism for that. Whereas, Crosby, Malcolm, Letang, Fleury, Ben, Tomlin, Sully all have multiple championships in this town, and they sneeze wrong and people flip out. But Kutch never won, and it's fine. So it's kind of like that. It's unfair because I kind of judge him that way to where he wasn't held as to the same standard as other superstars in this town.
But his defense,
because that kind of like it's not his fault, but I'm saying I know it's a me thing.
In his defense, you can only do so much in baseball. It's not like you can't put the team on your back like in basketball.
No.
Like in hockey, take over a game, and even football. To an extent, I mean, baseball, you only bat one time every 3 innings.
Yeah.
And if you're in the field, in center field, I mean, there's a chance you might not see the ball hit you for 3 innings. Did he put up amazing numbers in the playoffs? No. But,
that's the thing.
Can we really hold anything against him at the end of the day as far as the team success? I don't think that we can because, like I said,
but like
he can only do what he can do,
But his consistency level for me, he would always start out slow, like terribly slow, and the Pirates are losing games there. And if he started out the way he should have, they would have won those games. They could have been in better spots. They wouldn't maybe have been battling for wild card spots if he played at the level he should have been playing from day one. Because like Crosby can't start out slow, Malkin can't. You have to, because those losses add up. Yeah, it's a long season, but those losses add up early, and his slow starts at the beginning of the year, in my eyes, hurt the team's chances at the end of the year for the postseason, because they maybe would have been in actual playoff series, not playing games, not wild card games.
I always would have loved to have this player in the outfield. He's been one of my favorites. I always like Mike Trout for the Angels. That guy. He just falls into that freak of nature category as an athlete. And I always love them players. Mike Trout was always one of my favorites. I thought, man, if we could have had somebody like him. But you know what? On the other hand, you take Andrew McCutchen out of that center field.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right. Yeah, it doesn't feel right.
Right. But I always loved Mike Trout, man. I love watching that guy play baseball. And that, it sounds crazy to hear because, how many people are you excited to watch play baseball anymore? After the steroid era and the
I want the steroids back, baby. That's when baseball was fun. Everyone knew everyone was jacked to the gills, and no one cared. And no one cared.
Every night when Sammy Sosa or Mark McGwire was up the bat, 90% of the people was sitting in front of their television to see if this guy was jacking one out of the park.
Yeah, the only reason they cared is because once Barry Bonds started doing it, that's when they cared.
Yeah.
because Barry was Barry. He was not the lovable guy like McGuire and Sosa was. He was, I'm going to be an asshole. I'm going to be surly and get the job done and F you. And that's when people started caring.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, steroid era in baseball was the best era in baseball because everyone was juiced at some point. Brett Boone was a twig and then comes back jacked and hitting 30, 40 home runs. Jack Wilson, he was tiny, then come in jacked. Yeah. Everyone was juicing. It was fair. No one cared. It was the Wild West and it was beautiful.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
I like steroid. I think all athletes should be able to take any type of performance enhancer. Like I watch cycling and it's not as fun when people aren't juiced. Because riding a bicycle up a mountain, that kills you. You can only, push yourself for so far. But if you're on all type of pharmaceuticals, your blood's been transfusions through altitude training, you're getting transfusions. Like your body can push so much further. You can go so much faster. Sports are better on drugs, people, is what I'm saying. And if you don't believe me, there's something wrong with you because you deep down, it's true.
Jadeveon Clowney comes back with the Browns because I was all about where my boy Deshaun was going. Well, your boy Deshaun
is going to prison, maybe.
He's going to prison. So I like that move. I like that, Clowney.
There's being loyal to your friends, then there's being an idiot.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh,
I just love it. I just love it. And I know we talked about this the other day, and just all the shit that came out of these fans' mouths here across about Ben and this and that. This could not be any more fitting.
Oh no, this is great.
Be any more fitting. Just overall, but especially for us as Pittsburgh fans, this is the best thing that could ever happen to us.
It's beautiful. I love it. The only thing I hate though is Clowney's still a damn productive player, and you have him and Myles Garrett. That's kind of like, it sucks.
I'm ready. You know what? I'm ready to watch the Browns because, okay, obviously I know who Myles Garrett is. He smashed a quarterback of ours over the head with the fucking helmet. But you know what? I'm going to sit down and watch this because all I keep hearing about is how great this Browns defense is, how great they are. I hear Clowney, I hear Garrett. This team could get us to the Super Bowl because of the defense. I'm going to sit down with my intentions on watching this defense this year because I knew that they were getting stingy, but I still don't think that they got this great defense that everyone keeps saying that they have. I mean, it's like saying that we have the best defense because we have TJ Watt. You mentioned one or two guys. I want to see this Browns defense collectively and make a judgment for myself because I still don't think that they're this fantastic. I just don't.
Speaking of like the Steelers defense, now they have like the highest paid defense. Don't they have to finish number one in defense for it to be justified? Or at least top five?
They got to do damn good. They have to have a good season. If this defense comes out 25 or less out of top 30 out of 32 teams, then you got big problems. I think that this defense has to have a good season to be the first, second, third in the league. I don't think that that's as significant. I just think that this defense has to do what it has to do to get this team to take that next step, maybe get into the playoffs, win a game, make it interesting. You can't go out and flop as a defense. You got the highest paid safety in the league. You got TJ Watt. And again, I'm going to watch this collectively because I keep hearing Steelers defense. But at the end of the day, it comes down to what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think they need to be the best defense, but they got to be a pretty damn good defense.
Yeah. To me, they have to be at least top five for it to be justified because you're paying TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, Cam Hayward has a hefty price tag. You have to be able to produce.
And I think they're going to do pretty good. You know what? I can't even imagine the defense that we have being terrible because you have all that talent. It's almost, you know what I mean?
I'm just worried about the run defense.
I'm excited about Miles Jack. Miles Jack is the one that I can't wait for.
Yeah,
I've seen this guy playing Jacksonville over the past 5 years, and I just been so thrilled with him. He's such a hammer. He's all over the field. He's that same kind of player that Shazier was in a sense, and we've been missing out for the past 3 or 4 seasons because of that. So I'm glad to have that guy back in the middle who's going to be doing all those things that Shazier does. I'm pretty confident with that. like I said, it's almost going to be a major letdown if this team does not have a defense that's pretty stout.
Yeah. Hopefully Miles Jack knows how to tackle properly. But head up. But no, if he can produce the way he did in Jacksonville, and if Devin Bush can revert back to his rookie year in second year,
that's a big question mark on that defense is Devin Bush.
He is the question mark, because if he can, get his head on straight, get his body right, and then play the way he can play, they're going to be fine. But if he can't, and if that D line can't stop the run, they're in major trouble. Because then if you can't stop the run, Minka's getting further down into the box. That's going to expose the secondary even more. And you just made the highest paid safety more or less an inside linebacker, your third inside linebacker.
Well, I mean, that role will generally go to Edmonds, which he does. He turns into a hammer in the box. But here's the thing. Devin Bush, you think to yourself, okay, with this great, a great defense around him, you got 10 guys who's supposed to be pretty damn good. It's going to make Devin Bush better. However, on one-on-ones in the middle of the field, when you got tight ends coming across, you got running backs you have to cover. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to individual assignments for Devin. And the thing is, you're on a great defense, and that is going to make you better by default. But like I said, those individual assignments, I think, are the things you have to pay attention to. The way he picks up coverage, the way he does all those little things are going to be what determines what kind of season Devin Bush has. And
I think hopefully with the return of Alu and him coming back, and then if Montravius Adams can keep playing the way he did, and then you have Wormley on the line, and then along with Hayward, hopefully that will solidify that line. D-line will be better than it performed last year. And then they can handle like the run of just those three can help slow the running attack, and then that will free up your linebackers to do what they're supposed to do in the 3-4. And hopefully that will keep linemen off of Jack and Bush, just because they're not the big bruisers that can like shove those guys away. They're speed linebackers, so you can keep those linemen occupied. That frees them up to do what they do well, and seek and destroy whoever has the ball.
The one defensive player that I'm going to have my eye on this year, I think it's going to, he has to play well, is Alex Highsmith.
Yes.
That's a big part of the field. You have the outside linebacker position on the opposite side of TJ. That's big. He's going to have a big year also for this defense to have one of these great seasons. So, if TJ comes out and has 18 sacks, which he very well might, if Miles Jack comes out and leads the team in tackles with over 100 tackles, which he might, all these things could happen, but your Devin Bush has to perform well. Your Alex Highsmith has to perform well. Those are my two wild cards. I'm going to be watching them. And I think that, that their play is going to be a big part of what this defense is moving forward.
Yeah, because you saw like when Bud Dupree's last 2 years here, when he made that jump, when he, was able to figure out the league more or less, figure out how to put it all together and be the player we thought he would be. You saw those last 2 years with him and TJ just dominating.
Yeah.
The pass rush. Like it was, who am I going to double team? Am I going to double team Watt? Okay, well that leaves Dupree open. We'll put double team Bud. Well, that leaves Watt one-on-one. So if you can, like you said, if Highsmith can step up, and this is his third year. This is his third year in the league. Yeah. So he should be ready to make that next jump. He had significant playing time last year. He started just about every damn game, if I recall, or he played in every game too. So he should be ready to make that jump. And if he does, look out. It's going to be that's. Ryan, look up. Look.
We switch over. I just want to tell you a real quick story. I went to a grocery store that I don't usually go to yesterday, and they had, and I don't have it near me, they had Coney Island chili. Now, if you're familiar with Coney Island dogs, it's a big thing up in New York. Everyone loves these Coney dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the chili that they use is made right here in Newcastle.
No way.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. Well, the thing
That's
was, I went to a
awesome.
grocery store that I usually don't go to that's a little bit more north here with a friend yesterday, and they sell the chili individually, in
Yeah.
and you could buy. And I bought a thing of the Coney Island chili. Man, it is good. It is real good.
I might have to go buy some of those.
You know what? I'm always looking for different things, like different chili. You end out, finding Hormel, things like that.
Yeah.
This stuff is really good, man. If I think of it next time I go up that way, I'll get a couple of them and let you try it out. It's really good, man. I just kept making chili dogs last night. Just kept pouring that on, man.
Body by chili dogs. I love a good chili dog. They're so good.
Yeah, so I wanted to tell you that.
Yeah, and if you get like a bad chili dog, it can ruin your whole day, because that's like something you have to be in the mood for. It's not like you're just going to wake up, I'm just going to have a chili dog. No, you have to be like, you know what, sounds good. That sounds good. Then if you have a good one, it's great. If you have a bad one, day's done, because it just messes with your whole body at that point.
And I went Coney Island style. I got, the hot dog, the bun, and then I put a bunch of the shredded cheese. They use the shredded cheese. I put that on, and then I put the chili man. It was so good, man. I think the only thing that I was missing is they use the Nathan's hot dogs as their official hot dog.
Yeah,
which is the only thing. I'm not a big fan of Nathan's. I had it once or twice. Wasn't a huge fan. I got my usual ballpark Franks.
Yep.
And did it that way. But you know what? Very good, man. Really, really good. You're going to want to try that out. And anybody out there listening, that's interested, closer you get north to Newcastle, you can find this in the grocery stores, because I've never seen it in my life anywhere. But apparently they've been making their chili for a long time.
So now I kind of want a chili dog.
All right, let's switch directions here. Taco Bell is hosting a drag queen brunch tour. Taco Bell is hosting a drag queen brunch tour.
That's two things I never thought I'd see together. Like a partnership I never saw coming.
Yeah. And apparently they're going around, they're doing their tours. You got all these, and Taco Bell basically has their name tied to it.
Yeah.
And they supply, I forget what the article said, maybe like some kind of taco.
Yeah.
Some Cinnabon balls, things that they have with their fucking fire.
Mm-hmm.
And something else. But that's going to kick some dust up with people.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be protests on it. There's going to be boycotts. But shit, man, come to my local Taco Bell. I'll come out. I
tell you what, I like these drag queens.
They're awesome.
They're entertaining, to say the least.
They are. They are, and they are just like, this is what I am, and I don't give a what you say.
Take your opinions aside. Take everything that you ever thought aside, and just watch these people for their entertainment value. Is where I really get a rise. Because you know what? They're entertaining, man.
They are some of like I've seen videos and stuff, and they are some of the funniest, quick-witted people.
Yes,
and they will, and they can roast you too, man. They will just like tear you down to your core, and then at the end be like, "It's okay, honey." They will eviscerate you, and then they will just come in and give you that hug.
I like the drag.
They're great. They're great. They're great.
We're gonna go down next year. We'll go down to the Pride Parade.
I'll go to the Pride Parade. I'll go to the drag show. Let's do this.
But you're gonna have to dress up like a drag queen.
I don't want to shave my beard. That's the only problem. If I didn't have my beard,
none of them shave their beard. What are you talking about?
Some of them, some of them look, they got that damn good complexion.
This is what we're gonna look like. We're gonna look like this with dresses on.
They would whoop our asses. I'm not getting beat by a drag queen wearing high heels. Nope. If they take their high heels off, then we can fight. But I'm not getting my ass whooped by someone in high heels. Nope.
That would be hilarious, man. Come on, that for the show would be gold, man.
They could take their high heels off and beat me with them in the fight. That's fine, but no, you got to at least take the shoes off.
Stephanie McMahon is named the interim CEO while all this
yes
was going on with Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. I think Stephanie's going to do a great job. She's a company player. She always has been.
Yeah.
She's been, like I said yesterday, this guy's 80 years old. Come on, dude. You know what you did wasn't right, unless he thought that he was going to totally get away with it.
Oh, of course he did.
Because, like you said, now you're trading. You got shareholders. You can't. If it's your own business, no one else is touching money. You can pull things off. There's no way that $3 million goes untouched in a company like the WWE.
Yeah, and even if it's your own money that you use and you use the company money, you're still a publicly traded company now. You have shareholders to answer to, board of directors. And I find the funny thing is that she's been named interim chairwoman. I thought she was let go from the WWE. She was let go, then Hunter was let go. This is wild that now that she's back in charge. And the kicker, apparently, like some of the rumors I'm seeing on Twitter, is that Vince is going to appear tonight on SmackDown in character as Mr. McMahon.
Really?
Not as himself, but as the Mr. McMahon character from the Stone Cold era. Yeah, he's coming back as that. If he comes out, that would be not the smart move, but it would be very entertaining.
Talk about ratings. Holy shit.
Yeah, if I'm his lawyers, I am saying, no, you are not going there.
If he does this, he is a fucking genius. I tell you what, this is the publicity stunt that WWE needs. And here's the thing, the economy's bad. You've been cutting wrestlers. Obviously since COVID, the business suffered a little bit. What a way to put asses back in seats. What a way to get people back into buying pay-per-views and sitting down in front of that television and watching your show. I think it's I think it's an ingenious move. And if he pulls this off, it's right up there with DX showing up at the WCW event in a tank in their army. I love the idea. Mr. McMahon, do it. I'm all aboard.
It's going to be great. There's also like some other things like Kevin Dunn, who's like the director up there.
Yeah, I think so.
He was like, apparently he's being investigated now for insider trading.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of drama going on up there in Stamford, Connecticut. It's wild, man.
I like it. Like I said,
love it.
If Mr. McMahon shows up tonight, I think that's the best thing that happened. The most exciting thing that's happened in wrestling in quite some time.
In a long time, yeah. It's just wild, man.
Alaskan school children were accidentally served floor sealant instead of milk at a daycare program.
I don't mean to laugh.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. But it's just the way you said floor sealant. The way you delivered it.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I've never seen so much stupid. And the internet's been here for quite some time. But man, these past 2 years, people have become as stupid as I've ever seen them.
I tell you what, though, the way my kid poops sometimes, get a little sealant in there, plug them up for a day. That would make me happy. I'm tired of like exploding diapers everywhere.
And all this stuff is coming at the expense of other people's
children. Yeah, that's I'm not laughing at the kids
I'm gonna put semen and cookies and give them to your kids.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I'm gonna put sealant in your kids' milk.
Like,
I'm gonna go and shoot your kids. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are fucking nuts.
I think it's time to let's just go do a bunch of cocaine.
I say we get that
and just have a party.
That guillotine that you were talking about. I think that's what we need.
The lumber prices, dude. I can't afford to buy the materials right now. The market's down. I don't feel like going out into the woods either, cutting down some trees because we need the trees. It's just the whole thing now. Maybe we can make a sword and cut their head off with the doll sword. That way it will take longer and hurt more.
Something needs to be done, man. People are just so fucking careless. And here's the thing. I mean, it isn't even being careless. Like the lady that was putting semen in cookies.
That was deliberate. Like this milk thing. There's a whole lot of missteps along the way, because all your cleaning supplies at daycares need to be locked up and put away from everything, away from the kids, away from food source. So how the hell do you fuck that up?
And, yeah, I mean, this is up in Alaska. People are generally pretty conservative up there. I wouldn't imagine that it was done to intentionally harm kids, which I don't know. I can't say.
Never know. People are just like you said. People are crazy.
People are fucking nuts. I just can't believe all the shit. And like I said earlier in the week, sometimes I'm going down through these stories first thing in the morning, and I think to myself, I don't even want to be reading half of this shit.
Right? Exactly. It's depressing.
Because of all the interesting and funny and the stuff that we like to talk about. There's 10 stories about an estranged husband who drowns his 3 little kids. You know what I mean? There's so many stories that are so fucked up that I read every day. I just wish that there was something that separated the two kind of stories, because it's fucking sick, dude. A lot of this shit is fucking sick.
So the estranged guy that drowned his kids, is he dating Casey Anthony right now?
No, but you know what? She was hot. I tell you what, I would date when my kids get older. I'll date her.
I remember when I was going to give my kid his first bath. I was just in a group chat with my friends. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give my kid a bath for the first time. Hopefully, I don't pull a Casey Anthony. Yeah, even they were like, normally, we're all like, let's just push the envelope, see how far we can go. Even they were like, ooh, man, that might have been too far. Wheel it back.
Well, let's look at this next story.
Hopefully, it's something more light, more upbeat.
Well, no,
that's fine. I'll laugh at anything.
Texas boy dies after being wedged between a washer and dryer while playing hide and seek with his cousins.
Did he win?
How long was he hiding?
Right? It sounds like he went out a winner. Going to hell. I'm going to hell.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah. Was he there?
Wedged in between the washer and dryer before he died.
Yeah.
Did they all just say, you know what? We're not playing no more. Jimmy will eventually get it and come out.
Yeah.
And he just didn't.
Yeah, that's probably like what they were thinking. All right, he'll come out, and I kind of want to make jokes, but I'm like, now I start thinking like, oh man, like crushed ribs or something, suffocating. That's a shitty way to go. But
and kids are invincible when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah,
you would believe the shit that we did as kids. We should be dead.
Dead. Oh, guys, like when you said this story, I started thinking about all the stupid stuff I did to where I literally thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
And so it's like that fine line. Cause there's like playing out in the woods and cliffs and stuff. You'd slip and catch yourself like, ha ha ha. But if you miss, I could have went right down and boom, I would have been that kid on the news story that people are laughing at. So yeah.
We used to do some really dangerous shit, man. And I could only think of these headlines.
Yeah.
Should have been
us.
The end result of it, a lot of the stuff that we did.
Yeah. It's just scary. Like playing hide and go seek in your own house.
Right?
It's like you can't be safe anywhere anymore. Like I'm literally just going to build a bubble and live in the bubble.
Or, at some point, let's just say you're hiding and maybe you get stuck and a period of time goes by.
Yeah.
You start banging on the washer and dryer as loud as you can. Like, somebody's going to hear it.
Maybe he did, and like no one did. Like there's a weird part of the house where sound doesn't travel well or something. That just that sucks.
Unbelievable. In Georgia, 61-year-old grandmother of 17 is preparing to have a baby with her 24-year-old husband.
Grandmas need loving too.
Now,
so I'm not going to knock them. You know, hey man, she's getting her kicks in late in life. Good on you, Cougar. Good on you. But grandmother of 17, and now you're you said pregnant with her 24-year-old boyfriend's baby?
Yeah, it's 61 years old.
Woo.
That's gonna be a rough 18 years.
Right? It's good. I wonder like what her kids are thinking.
You're right. I don't want to pass judgment on these people, but when you get a chance, look up the article and look at the picture.
They look how you think they would look.
They look exactly how you think they would look. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the lady, she's got the I like I said, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want.
Well, you know, hey, I know what I look like, so I have people want to judge me, go right ahead. I'll be right there with you. I'll roast myself.
Like Willie Nelson.
He said she looked like Willie Nelson.
She does. And her boyfriend looks like he'd be one of these kids on one of these MTV shows, like a reality show or something. Like he's a good-looking kid. You know what I mean?
That's great. Is she rich?
Yeah. I don't know. Who's gonna have a weirder parent? Time as being a parent, the 61-year-old mom or the 24-year-old dad. Who's it weirder for?
Right? You figure by at that point in life, she's over it. She already had kids. She already helped 17 grandkids. She's got to be. I'm done. This dude's probably like, fuck. I'm 24. I don't want kids right now. I'm still young.
Yeah.
Whew.
TikTok star. Speaking of TikTok stars, Remy Bader. Now she is a TikTok star, and she went to the specific ranch, and the ranch wouldn't let her ride the horses due to her weight. Now Remy weighs 240 pounds, which it's not all that much. But the people at this ranch says, Remy, that's a little too much. You can't ride on our horses. She's making a big deal. Is she right to make a big deal or not? Because these people, they know the horses, they know the limits, they know if we put a bigger person on them, this could happen. Does she have the right to be pissed at the ranch for making this call?
No, because you have to put the welfare of your animal above, because you're going to be hurting an animal. Just to appease someone for 20 minutes? No, that everyone, not all horses are the same. Not all horses can carry all that weight.
Right.
There are horses where you can ride double people on there where you're over 240 pounds. But
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That comes back to this entitled, spoiled state of mind that our country is in right now. They wouldn't let me ride the horse. It isn't right. Something has to be done. They should be shut down. Lady, cut down on the fucking cheeseburgers. Then you go back and ride on a fucking horse. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason that things like this are put into place. Get the fuck off yourself.
Right? That'd be like me going to that place like, hey man, can I ride that horse? They'd be like, no big hoss. No. I'm like, respect. You got to understand.
But it ain't right. Everybody else gets to ride the horse.
Well, then life's rough. Wear a helmet. There's consequences to your action.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. It'd be like me trying to go fit in like a teacup ride. It ain't going to happen. I'm not going to go complain.
Fucking babies, man.
Yeah. But I guarantee you that she's probably like, oh, I love horses so much. I'd never want to see anything bad to them. Then don't get your fat ass on the horse.
Yeah.
Don't break its back. You are literally going to sit on its back. 240 pounds on its back. No.
Right.
Oh, I wouldn't do it. Shit, man. Poor horse.
Did you see this Anna? What's her name? Anna. The lady is playing Marilyn Monroe. Anna de Armas for that it's for that Netflix drama show, and this lady is playing Marilyn Monroe. She looks a lot like Marilyn Monroe, man. Have you seen this lady?
Oh, if I knew how to spell, I'd find
it. ANADE separate, and then finally ARMAS.
There we go.
I like her. I think I'm gonna watch it. I don't have Netflix, but I would like to see it just because she looks a lot like Marilyn Monroe, man.
There we go. I found her. Yeah.
I do her.
She's very pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
They picked the right person, I think, for that role.
Yeah. And like they didn't pick someone who's like anorexic type thin that you see now in Hollywood, because Marilyn Monroe famously was not. She was like, your normal, healthy, average woman, so at least they did that part right.
No, you're right. I'm glad they did that. They didn't go with the super anorexic chick like most people do in Hollywood anymore.
Yeah,
I think she looks fantastic. I seen just a picture, and I just heard him jot her name down in my notes because I just wanted to mention her to you. I think she looks good, man. There's only certain people that nail these parts.
Yeah,
and by the look she's doing,
yeah, looking the parts. That's a big part of it.
You have to believe when you're watching
the visual.
You're actually believe that you're watching that person.
Yeah.
And one example that I have was the Oliver Stone Doors movie that came out in the 90s where Val Kilmer played Jim Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there was no movie that I was just so amazed with, because I'm watching Val play Jim. The body movements, the personality, the attitude, he nailed it.
Yep.
And that's why I'm excited for things like this. I hope that she plays the part as well as she looks the part.
Yeah, because like you said, that it's a big thing. You have to believe. You can have like the best actor in the world in that role, and if she does not look like Marilyn Monroe, because we know what she looks like, she's still a huge pop culture icon. She's been dead for how many years now? Over 60 years. So everyone knows what she looks like. You can have the best actress there, and if she doesn't look the part, no one's going to believe it.
You're right.
That's why, what was it? Jamie Foxx as Ray Charles, he pulled it off. He had the movement down. Joaquin Phoenix as Johnny Cash had the movements down, everything down. You believe that they were those people.
Yes.
That's what the whole thing was like. You see them before you hear them, so you have to look the part.
Right. You don't want to have to trick yourself into thinking while you're watching the movie that this person looks like that.
Yeah, there's if it's like a historical movie that people who've been dead for hundreds of years, thousands of years, we don't really know what they look like, but you can have actors in there that, hey, I know this actor from such and such a thing, that's them. But once they start acting in that role, they win you over, and then you forget by the time it was that person in there. But someone that we have more or less grown up with seeing, they need to look like that person.
Yeah. Mike, why don't you go and tell everybody about the website?
No. 2dumyinzers.com. On there, you can find every episode that we have. You can click onto Spotify, Anchor, Stitch, listen to the podcast there, click on the YouTube link, or just scroll on the main page on YouTube. We'll have every video up there, updated daily. We have our link to the merchandise store, or if you don't want to go through that to find the merch store, it is 2-dum-yinzers.spreadshop.com.
All right. Like I said yesterday, Mike, we are starting on hockey questions for our question of the day, our quiz of the day for you. So we are still going to be doing the Pittsburgh Penguins trivia. As of right now, you're sitting at 4-6. 4-6. You're going to want to tighten that up to go into the weekend. And I know I say this every day, but I think you're going to do well today.
I appreciate the confidence daily. It may be misguided, misplaced, but I appreciate
it. All right. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Like I said, you're sitting at 4-6. So you want to tighten this up, get ready to go into the weekend, come out sharp next week. Here we go. What year were the Pittsburgh Penguins founded? What year were the Pittsburgh Penguins founded? And go.
Yeah, because that was the first expansion era. It's the last time the Toronto Maple Leafs won a Stanley Cup. Penguins came in, the St. Louis Blues came in, Philadelphia came in. All right. I have an answer.
All right. So the question was, what year were the Pittsburgh Penguins founded? And Mike says
1967.
1967. Is that your final answer?
Yep.
That is correct. 1967 was the year that the Penguins were founded. I knew that from a young age because I had a hat when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was a Penguins hat, and then it said EST 1967 on it. So that's always stuck with me. That is correct, Mike. You go to 5 wins, 6 losses. Way to tighten it up going into the weekend.
Yes.
Man. Two-day winning streak. You know, it's a whole new game now.
I know. I'm hot, boys. I'm hot.
You are hot like the June weather. And you know what? It's the thing that fucks with me about this June weather. It's not even summer yet.
I know.
You know?
Like I was looking at the weather app and it was like showing next week back up into the 90s.
Yeah.
Like all week long. And I just like, no, I'm not going to work. I'm going to call off all week.
Call off all week and just cry.
Yeah, I think my bosses would come and kill me. Actually, no, they wouldn't come kill me. They need me. They drag me in.
But hey, everybody. We got some stuff coming up next week. We have we got Casey coming in early next week. I can't wait to talk to her.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh, excuse me.
It'll be a lot of fun. Don't forget this weekend. If you want to go out and celebrate Juneteenth. I'm sure there's a lot of major cities that are celebrating, but
yes.
For us, I know that you could go downtown Pittsburgh and celebrate. So it goes all the way through the weekend for today, tomorrow through Sunday. So get down, check it out. Also, Sunday is Father's Day. So make sure everybody has a great Father's Day. I hope everybody has a great Father's Day.
And if anyone like in our Western PA, Eastern Ohio, East Liverpool, Ohio's Pottery Festival wraps up this week. It wraps up Friday and Saturday.
There you go.
Come visit my hometown. You won't see me there, but come visit the town.
If you do see him there, I'm sure he'll be late, but you could still try.
One time.
But besides for that, we do want to thank everybody for checking us out this week. It was a great week for the show.
Yes.
We appreciate every single one of you.
Yes, we do.
Anything else, Mike? You want to promote the lawn ornament sale down in East Liverpool or the
Wow. I tried to do something nice for my hometown. Hey, I had to struggle to call it the Pottery Festival because I always call it the Poverty Festival because my town is so poor. And it's like we all get together, like, yeah, we're celebrating our poverty. So I did.
With that being said, we do want to thank everybody for tuning in this week. I'm very, very grateful. Thank you so much. And hey, everybody, be sure to have a great Father's Day. Remember, Dad's this weekend. It is his day.
My day.
And for the two Dum Yinzers, I'm Ryan. He's Mike.